Hello viewers, today for initial checkout we have a set of Vtech 5.8 GHz digital spread spectrum telephones. This is model 6773. I don't quite understand the model differences with these particular telephones because I've seen, in fact I have, several other identical models that have different model numbers. I think the other one is I6763. I believe I got one that's I6772. So I don't really understand how that naming convention works with these, but regardless, let's try it out, see if it works. The primary reason I got this particular set is because it had the clips, which is kind of an odd commodity for these telephones. These telephones are one of the more important models in my collection, and I've never been able to find a clip, so I was glad to finally find some clips. So that's connected. Let me get the phone modem plugged in here so we can make a test call. Get this thing booted up. I guess I should have done that before the video started, but oh well. Okay, that's starting up now. Plug this in momentarily. Let's see, do we have batteries in here? No batteries in here. This feels heavier. Perhaps this one has a battery. I'll find out if I ever can get it open. Okay, it does have a battery. Let's see. It's a Rayovac battery, so it's not original. These phones, if I recall correctly, go through batteries pretty quick. Well, let's give this battery a shot at working, and if it doesn't, then I'll have to go and fetch another one. Charging light is on. Okay, it looks like it's starting to come to life. Of course the screens are spoiled, but that's nothing unusual with these. Unfortunately, this was one of the many models Vtech made that were plagued with the unfortunate screen failure after not very much use. A lot of times these phones would go, no matter a couple years, they would start getting display issues. So, since this is not taking a charge, I'm just going to grab the battery out of here and we'll use this battery to test it because this battery is charged up. And it ain't the right size plug, but I think we'll just, is it going to fit? This is one of those small ones where I can't get it to fit in there because it's not, the plug isn't big enough. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's in there now. Searching handset 1. You can see we have significant display issues. The phone modem is booted up now, so I'll go ahead and plug in the phone modem. And I'm going to get this cradle going, and we'll let this other handset charge up in the cradle for the time being. It says place and charger, or at least it's trying to say that anyways. Alright, so let's go through the buttons here. They all work, which is somewhat surprising. I do have some entries in the directory. Let's take a look at the call log here. Can't really read the dates. Looks like it got calls. I really can't tell. The dates are too crummy to tell you know, the screen is messed up at the bottom too much. You can see the time okay, but the date, which is right there, is just a lost cause. Let's see here. Let's take a look at the ringtones. The volume's all the way up. And ringtone. Definitely have some interesting ringtones on these. Really nothing else that's customizable on these telephones. I guess we'll make a test call now. Or I suppose we can take a look at the answering machine first.
Mailbox 1, you have no messages. Record outgoing message. Hello, I'm unable to answer your call right now. Please leave your name.
So we have the stock greeting.
Record outgoing message. Set security code 50.
That's a great code.
Set audible message alert. Off. Set announce only. Off. Set base ringer. On. Set number of rings. 4. 6. Tool saver. Record outgoing message. Set secure.
Not too many settings in there either, but we do have the 3 mailboxes.
Mailbox 3, you have no messages. Mailbox 2, you have no messages.
Alright, so let's call this up. And I'll see if I can leave a voicemail in one of the different mailboxes. Oh. I forgot to turn this on.
Hello, I'm unable to
I already
answer your
turned
call
it
right
off.
now. Please leave your name, number, and a message after the tone.
Yeah, okay.
Mailbox 1, you have 1 new message. Message deleted. End of messages.
Okay, let's try that again. We'll turn it on this time.
Answering machine on.
Where was it on? I can't tell, that light's so dim. Maybe we should put it on a different ring setting. Change it to 2 rings.
Record, set secure, set audible, set announce, set base ringer, set number, tool save, 2. Record, hello, I'm unable to.
Okay, let's try that again.
Hello, I'm unable to answer your call right now. Please leave your name, number, and a message after the mailbox 2. Now recording.
Hello. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Recording in mailbox 2. I can't imagine very many people actually used the multiple mailbox functionality, but it's there nonetheless, and Vtech decided to invest their money into R&D into 3 mailboxes, despite its lack of use. Goodbye. Okay, it's released the line. Let's go ahead and play it.
Mailbox 2, you have 1 new message. Wednesday, 4:28 p.m.
Hello. Testing. 123-456. Recording in mailbox 2. I can't imagine very many people actually used the multiple mailbox functionality, but it's there nonetheless, and Vtech decided to invest their money into R&D into 3 mailboxes, despite its lack of use. Go ahead.
End of messages.
Okay, so as you could hear, the answering machine quality on these sounds like a typical old AT&T or Vtech answering machine. It is absolutely deplorable. So let's go ahead and make a call. We'll call the test phone. I've always found the speaker on these telephones is very good. Dials nice and quickly. Hello?
Hello?
It's a good loud speakerphone. Testing the earpiece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One of the things that always drove me nuts about these phones when I was using them is the fact that the speakerphone volume and the earpiece volume change together. And usually I like speakerphone volume louder than I want the talk volume, but you have to keep changing it on these phones, which is kind of a weird design. I don't think I ever use a phone that does that besides these. Let's check the transmit side. Hello?
Hello?
The pickup on these phones is very sensitive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is only on talk mode, it's not on speaker, and it's already starting that echo freak show. Now it's on speaker, and it's going to echo unusably. Okay, so now I will call something else with better audio. We'll call the weather phone. Oddly enough, the first couple of numbers are perfectly fine. Something's muted.
Good afternoon. Never forget to pay a bill again with our automatic bill payment. People's United Bank N.A., member FDIC. Today is Wednesday, May 16th. People's United Bank, time 4:31. Current temperature at 53 degrees.
Cloudy today, a chance of rain and rain likely in the afternoon. Cooler with highs in the lower 60s. Cloudy tonight, rain likely, near steady temperatures in the mid-50s. Cloudy on Thursday, a chance of rain, highs in the lower 70s.
Really is remarkable, the volume on that speakerphone, and it's clear too. It doesn't distort either. Alright, so this handset's working. Let's see. I think the other handset is not going to work with this battery. So we're just going to go ahead and toss this battery out, because it's not worth anything anymore. I can't get the cover off of this phone. Put that in the recycle pile, and I'll plug this in just for the test. Searching handset 2. Can't do the intercom because batteries in there. Now, oddly enough, this I believe is expandable to 4 handsets, but I have not been able to figure out how one would register and deregister these telephones. I would imagine it can be done, but there's probably some convoluted number sequence you gotta type in there, and I just have half a clue what it is. Somebody happens to know, I'd love to know, so let me know. This is also up all the way on the default ring. Fortunately, that number is so screwed up you can't even tell what it is. And you can also adjust the volume while it's off, which is another weird thing I've never quite understood about these phones. Alright, let's make a test call. Actually, we'll call it. Make sure it rings. Check. What was that about? It's so sensitive you can actually hear your hand scraping against the side of it coming through the line. Check. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. Testing. Check. 1, 2, 3. Jeez, that's awful. Okay. Alright, looks like that works. So, that's going to conclude this checkout. Thank you for watching. Comment, subscribe, and out.